somewhere special today. This is the Burn in County Clare, the Wild Atlantic Way. It's such a beautiful wild place. Just thought you might like to see a glimpse of it. Talk to you later. Hi and welcome back. I'm only going to do a short video today, I think. I really want to show you my traveller's notebook, my Midori traveller's notebook that I showed you in the first video. So I'm going to turn the camera around and give you a look at it. It's my writer's notebook, so it's the one that I do some factual stuff, and I also do, I have a notebook put in there at the moment for the book I'm writing. I haven't anything in it yet because it's a new one that I've slotted in, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the actual Midori Traveller's Notebook and what it kind of looks like and how it feels to use. Because, you know, if you're a writer, so, you know, some people absolutely love computers, and that's brilliant. Same here, I love my computers, but there's nothing like that tactile, you know, the feeling of a notebook. And you know, what I write, especially some of the little factual things that I write, just around moments, you know, everyday things, are very important to me. So I like to have what I write in something that's pretty and that means something to me, because this particular one, as I said, was bought for me as a gift by somebody very special. So I'm gonna spin the camera around and just have a little chat to you about that. Okay, thanks very much and see you later. Hello. Okay, this is the Midori that I showed you in my first video. You can really kind of make your own of them. You know, a lot of people decorate them, as I said before, into really like beautiful works of art. It's a piece of leather, as you can see, just a normal piece of leather, and it's very pliable, very lovely, just lovely to use. There's the string, goes in the back, and just slips around the front when you want to close it. Okay, this is a pen loop as well that actually comes from Midori. It just slips on and off, and it's really handy, and you can put it anywhere in the notebook, so it's a handy little gadget to have. And this is basically the inside of it. Now this is also actually a folder that you get from Midori, and they're very, very handy. I mean, they you can really shove so much into them. They're just really compact. And this is just some washi and stuff that I use. This itself is also another folder that comes from Midori. You can get them online, Amazon, and they're made to fit the actual traveller's notebook. And this then is the first notebook that I actually even put in here. And as I was saying earlier on, I do write some fact-based, almost like short stories. I don't particularly like to do a kind of a Dear Diary sort of a thing. It's just not the way I write. But I like to actually take a moment that's maybe stood out to me, and what I'll try to do is to have a kind of a beginning, a middle and an end to that, so that I make a story out of it, basically. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. So this is, I just kind of have a couple of areas segmented for you. So basically this particular Midori, the paper is so thin. It's so thin. But this is fountain pen, and it actually takes it so well. It ghosts a little, but it almost makes the paper prettier for some reason. And it's just really a really gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Then the The second one that I have here is this particular one. As you can see up here, I've written about the Baba Yaga. I was in work one day and it was a pretty dark day, and I love the autumn. I'm very much an autumn person. I always have this feeling in autumn of migration. I almost feel it in my own body that I should be, taken off with the birds or something like that. But it was a particularly drear day, and I had heard something about the Baba Yaga. I love folklore and Irish folklore, but obviously the Baba Yaga isn't Irish folklore. I think it's Russian or something, I'm not sure. But I had a little thought about the Baba Yaga, so I was just writing about it on my lunch. And again, this is what it's really all about. This particular one was a pretty difficult day for us because that was the day our son left for Canada. And we were planting wildflowers in our garden on that particular day. And really the idea with the factual story writing is to be able to have a kind of a continuous flow through the story, to have a beginning, a middle and an end as you would in a normal fictional story. But as you can see, it's very short. So that's basically that one. I've lots of other stuff written in there. This then is the other part of that craft folder. They just slip in. Okay, that's it there. So it just literally slips in under the notebook. And then this is the one I've actually put in for my book. I'm tying with a title for it. But I've just put this in because I've gone through another one at the minute. And this is a commonplace notebook. I don't know if you know or have ever heard what a commonplace notebook is, but it was actually something that was quite common, for in the days when there was no TV or internet or anything like that. People would have a commonplace notebook, and some of the most famous are like Oscar Wilde, the Brontes, so on and so forth. I mean, everybody was encouraged to keep a commonplace notebook where they would write everything from how their day went to snippets of information, but it was really a way of passing on your wisdom. It wasn't a Dear Diary thing either. It was basically the wisdom that you found and discovered during your life. You would write it out so that when you passed it on, somebody else could benefit from that. So I've always done a commonplace book, and literally I keep everything and anything in here. One of my favourite authors, Henry David Thoreau. If you've never read Walden, please read Walden. It's just an amazing little book. It's, if you don't know it, it's factual, it's not fiction, and I recommend it completely. It's just there's just a little sketch of his house in the woods. So literally Middlemarch, I had a note on Middlemarch by George Eliot. I absolutely love that. So basically this is a commonplace notebook. That's a cinnabar moth that I actually saw one day, and that's just a little tip I put in there. So it's information that you would find, or books that you would read, so it's, I love that. That's from The Drawing of the Three, which is from the Dark Tower series. Fault always lies in the same place, with him weak enough to lay blame. That's Court. He said that to Roland in The Drawing of the Three. Stephen King's Dark Tower series. I recommend it highly. Please don't watch the movie. It's absolutely awful. But anyway, as you can see, it's little snippets. Oh, menopause. I'm not there yet, but I could be some point. So I'm just taking some notes. So this is literally what it is. I mean, it's, you keep information that you find. And here I was actually, I have a copy of the Malleus Maleficarium. I don't know if you know what that is. It's the, it translates roughly as the Hammer of the Witches. And it was written around I think it was around 1600s now. I could be wrong. Oh my God, I can't believe I've got that wrong. Earlier, I think, maybe. But it was written by 2 Dominican monks, and it's basically how to identify a witch. And it was used for the persecution of people during the witchcraft times of witchcraft. This was in Europe, and obviously then of course you had the famous Salem witch trials. I would be very interested in it. I'm more interested in why people believe what they believe than actually having a belief in it myself. But it just fascinates me why people believe in certain things, what draws them to it. Obviously these people, I don't think, had any belief in witchcraft as, you know, as such, but they were just being persecuted because they were different, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, that is really what this is all about, Freemasons, and it's every bit of information that I could put in here. And something I learned about a neutron star, which absolutely blew my mind. I love astronomy. So that's basically it. And then that's the other part of this folder. So the thing is, you see, you can take these out when you're finished with them, and you can change it all around so that it becomes something different the next time, but you always have this. And this wears with time. I mean, it holds every mark. Now, I do condition this one in particular, but I know some people who have them and they literally just let every mark show on the leather, and it actually does look beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to carry. And I've seen men and women with them. You know, they're very neutral, unlike this little one here, which the last day I showed you my Pemberley. I just wanted to give you a quick glance, my yellow Pemberley. This one is from the same company. It's from Chic Sparrow as well. I just took everything out of my yellow one and put it in here. And this is just frivolity, really, but I do love it, and it is so practical. It's called Mr. Darcy leather from Chic Sparrow, and it's in Sweet Pea. Very beautiful. Again, I would recommend Chic Sparrow. Sorry, they're gorgeous. But this is from the Traveller's Notebook Company. It's Midori, and it will always be my favourite. Even if it was bought by, you know, even if I'd bought it myself, it would still be something that I would love more. I don't know why. It's just so rugged and so natural. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry if you can hear the kind of a whooshing sound in the background, but I'm actually just across from the beach, and the surf is very loud at the moment. It's early morning, so the tide is in. It's along the Wild Atlantic Way on the west coast of Ireland, so if you ever get the chance, do come down here. It's very, very beautiful. All the surfers are out at the moment, and it's gorgeous, and I'm stuck in here in my little camper van doing a video for you guys. So look, I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna get my dog, who's with me as well, and my husband's off diving somewhere, so we're going to take a walk along the beach. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe. I've only just started off, but I hope I'm doing a good job. Be good, take care, and until next time, write your heart out. Please do.